Moving on, the outer side, wait a minute. It's a weird size bag. That ain't right. So at this point, according to my plan, which I do believe left town about 3 hours ago, I'm supposed to fold this in half. I'll put this, okay, and this is the one that it's too long. Okay, wait, no, how did that happen? Okay, now the drawstring part is too long or too wide. Well, how did that happen? I feel like I'm being punked. So let's put the seamed edge. Oh yeah, you're looking at it right here. I mean, it's not going to give me much more space to rip the seam out, so I'm not going to do that. If I pin this back, all right, sew this way, and then flip it to the inside. No, because then I won't be able to. I think this is right, because I'm going to sew it. No, I need to sew it right sides facing with the casing upside down. So when I press it, the casing will stand up like this. Well, I wonder now, since this miraculously got wider, does that mean that the lining might fit? Oh, no. That's still not going to fit. Wait. Try it this way. Yo, what the heck? Okay, so technically, no, the lining does not fit because, like, that last portion down there would not be lined. But, I won't have a handle though. We have to find another piece of fabric for the lining. I found some lining fabric. I don't like it, but I'm up to here. So here's our lining fabric. It doesn't go with the other stuff at all, but whatever. And I have cut it down to the size of our blue fabric or polka dot fabric. Now, if I could just remember what I'm supposed to do. All right, I think we're gonna do like a sandwich. And I think I'm going to use pins instead of the clips. Oh, right. I forgot. Somehow or another, it's miraculously longer than the ends. Okay. So I'm going to pin the drawstring casing with the seam at the top. And then I'm going to put the lining fabric facing the polka dots. And when I sew it together, it's either going to work or I might throw things. Stay tuned. I have this neat bowl that I got from a hardware store. It's magnetic, and I think it's for screws, but I use it for my straight pins. Unfortunately, it works a little too well because it has grabbed a little bit of everything. Sorry. See, I'm trying to envision like 5 steps ahead. But, you know, when you don't know how to do something, or you don't know how to do something well, you can imagine it all you want. You just can't figure out how to get there. I think the first thing I tried sewing on my own was a maternity dress. Because like I said before, I bought my first sewing machine when I was pregnant with my son. And I bought a sewing pattern. And as I'm sitting here thinking about it, I'm not even certain that the sewing pattern I bought was a maternity sewing pattern. I really, genuinely, truly, 100% thought buying a sewing machine meant that you knew how to use it, not realizing all of the skill that is required. All right, I have these pinned. I, of course, pinned them the wrong way. It's getting harder and harder not to cry on camera. In all seriousness, there's a channel that I fell in love with during the pandemic at the height of my sewing hyper focus. I can't think of, it's Evelyn somebody. I'll put the name of her channel on the screen. She's great, like incredibly great. I know that she got sick with cancer. I think it was in 2022. I don't remember, because you know, once the hyper focus left, I didn't really watch her channel much, but I think she's back to making content. I did learn a lot from her channel. I don't remember most of the things that I learned, but I did learn a lot. Another channel that I remembered watching is, I think her name is Morgan Donner. She's like she does, it's like vintage sewing, but vintage, like I feel like it's like pre-America vintage, maybe even like, yeah, I can't think of the time period, but her name is Morgan. And another one is Bernadette Banner. She's like Victorian to the max, and her content is, it's so interesting. She's very knowledgeable in Victorian fashion and sewing. And I remembered when she finally got a I guess Victorian era sewing machine. It's got like the foot treadle. I remember when she got that, and I was thinking that is like the perfect like circle, because she was doing a lot of hand sewing, and she probably still does again once the sewing thing left me. I didn't keep up too much with a lot of those channels. Another one is Rachel Maxey. Rachel Maxey is amazing. She can take a bed sheet and make like a wedding dress. She is amazing. Again, I will link all of these channels. But don't worry, loyal GlamFammers. This is not going to become SEW80HD. I seem to just like to know a lot of things about a lot of things. A few things I'm very passionate about, aside from crochet and the 80s, breastfeeding and homeschooling. Wow, did that come out really loud? Because it felt like I said it really loud. Here's the moment of truth. Did it work? Hey! All right, there's our... Wait. Oh, okay. And the next... Okay. The next part is to repeat it again on this side. Right? And then sew up the sides. I think that's right. I pressed this seam. And now I'm going to pin the second part. Turning it inside out, or right side out. It looks like it's supposed to. I mean, you know, minus sewing up the sides of the bag. I'm going to go press this, and then we're going to sew up the sides. Okay. Oh. Oh. Moment of truth. My poke my corners. And there. Ta-da! I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with this part. I'm not sure how to fix the drawstring so that it'll, you know, draw. Lessons learned here. No lessons. So once again, I still did it wrong. Now, technically, I have plenty of scrap fabric that I could use to, you know, practice making the bag that I'm envisioning. I do need to press this again, because, you know, you're supposed to press after every seam. It makes everything look better, even when it looks like this. I would love to be able to do like a box bottom, but I know that it will eat into, you know, the depth of the bag, and since the bag is already shorter than I had hoped for, I'm not going to worry about it right now. I do need to figure out what to do with this drawstring situation, because, well, there's the opening that I left for the drawstring, but just sewing it up. I mean, it's still open, and I was gonna sew like right in here, right in this area right here, to make the channel for the drawstring to come through. I just don't know how. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Alternatively, I would say, let's put a zipper on it. I don't want a zipper. I have plenty of zippers. I'm not prepared for y'all to watch me fight my machine to put on a zipper. It is not pretty. It works. It's just not pretty. Oh, this is... All I'm thinking is of cutting a slit. You know, like cutting a slit into the fabric, or finish sewing this up on the inside and then cutting a slit in the fabric. It would work, but eventually it would just unravel or fray because it would be a raw ends. I could put snaps on it, because yeah, I have a snap press, not a handheld snap press, a big huge metal. You could do some serious damage if you were to use it to defend yourself for some reason kind of snap press. I could put snaps on it. I still want to sew up the edge though. Maybe I'll put snaps on it. But before I do that, I still have like this little piece of fabric, and maybe I can make a handle. Nope. I think the handle boat has sailed, because I would want to put it on the side over here where I've already sewn up, and I would not want it to be the blue anyway. It should be interesting.